46-year-old Manny Pacquiao coming out of retirement to face 29-year-old Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight championship on July 19th in Las Vegas. That's according to an ESPN report. Pacquiao last fought in 2021 when he lost to Yordenis Ugas. Barrios won the WBC welterweight title from Ugas in 2023. His last fight was a split decision against Abel Ramos on the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson undercard in November. Pacquiao career record 62-8-2 with 39 knockouts. Barrios 29-2-1. And for more, welcome in CBS Sports combat analyst Brian Campbell. Manny Pacquiao, the first and only 8-division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, BC is going to come out of retirement. Why now?
By the way, between those two dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this had been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years, at age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion, Mario Barrios? It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him. But there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. I got cats walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the Pac-Man back. You just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical, violent retirement?
Yeah, Reggie's a big Manny Pacquiao fan. He loves him because he knows about Father Time, because Father Time is undefeated. We know cats have 9 lives. I don't know what the situation can be here for Pacquiao. He's 46 years old. You know the first thing to go in boxing is your power, right? He hasn't fought in 4 years. What makes you think he's got a chance against the much younger, the 29-year-old Mario Barrios?
Look, I'm not saying the odds will be high that he's going to come back and pull this upset or even be ultra competitive. But again, it's sort of like Manny's already superhuman. Turning pro at like age 15 or 16 at 106 pounds and winning titles in 8 divisions. And, oh, by the way, 2 fights ago for Manny in 2019, he came out of retirement and beat an unbeaten Keith Thurman for the welterweight title at the age of 40. There's very few greats that you can call all-time greats, and I think sometimes even above that category, there's that upper room. Is Manny Pacquiao one of those in boxing history? Sure. But let's look at a couple things. The last thing to go is power, yes. Manny was also absurdly fast in his prime. So like a Roy Jones Jr. who hung on far too long, but was still fighting professionally at the age of 50, he still got speed that kind of compares to the average or above average speed that's out there today. But what about that experience? I think the biggest part of why people maybe not completely poo-pooing this or going 46 years old, what are we doing? Is this another Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight? No, it's not. Because Barrios, although a champion, he's got flaws. We've seen him lose on the pay-per-view level before to Gervonta Davis, to Keith Thurman. Manny Pacquiao, if he can put himself through hell in training camp, that's the thing. We saw Pacquiao come back in an exhibition in the past 2 years. He didn't look good. We saw him in that fight against Ugas, which was originally supposed to be against Errol Spence. He looked competitive, but he didn't look like a killer. But we've counted Manny out before. You remember the Jeff Horn fight? And what did he do? He came back to win even bigger fights since then. Maybe it's like Muhammad Ali in the tail end of his career, where it will look really bad, but every once in a while, he'll show that flash. I'm selling you a lot of romanticism and movie storylines here. But sometimes for the great ones, that happens. And is Barrios the right opponent for the right time to try to do this? He just might be. He just might be. He's been slumping a little bit. That draw against Ramos, he did not look like a killer or even an elite fighter. Let's see at 46 how hard Manny works, and if he's still got it. I wouldn't completely count him out. That's all I'm going to say.
All right, appreciate you. 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao coming out of retirement to face the 29-year-old Mario Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship July 19th in Las Vegas, BC, here on CBS Sports HQ. Appreciate you. Manny Pacquiao, a living legend. You heard BC won his first title in 1998 as a 19-year-old. Last title victory was in 2019 when at 40 years old, Pacquiao became the oldest welterweight to win a major title in boxing history. His career record, 62-8-2 with 39 knockouts.